Hey friends, Lucian here with the Bullish Bears team. This video is going to be about how long you should hold a stock for. Before I begin, just want to kind of say there isn't a one-size-fits-all solution for everybody because everybody's trading style and lifestyle is different. So I'll give you some things to think about, ponder, and then you can put it into real-world action. I'll show you an example on a stock chart, but again, there's so many different ways to trade, things to look at. Most importantly is pay attention to the things I'm about to say to you because there are a lot of things to really think about before you get into trading. It's not just jump in and go, hey, let me just buy a stock. Okay, let me buy it. Let me sell it. What's the psychology behind it? What's your lifestyle? Those types of things first to really reflect on, right? So the first thing I want to talk about is price action, which is candlesticks, patterns, technical analysis. So in the industry of trading or investing, there's kind of that two sides of the coin. There's fundamental analysis and then technical analysis. Fundamental analysis are those people that go out and research the fundamentals of a stock, how good it is, what kind of money they make, all that kind of good stuff, right? Technical traders or investors are more of the people that look at the charts. They don't really care as much about the fundamentals overall. They're looking at the charts, the clues, the patterns. So which is different or which is best, right? Well, I'd argue both are important, but I'd argue even more important is the technical analysis because you want to buy low, sell high, right? You want to, or if you're short, that's if you're going long or, typical trading, buying low, buying a stock, you want to buy at a low price, sell it for a higher price. If you're shorting, you want to sell high, buy low to cover, right? Keep the difference. So the whole important thing is support, resistance, and patterns, right? You got to know price action. So price action is a term that comes from candlesticks. So, right, anytime that there's any buying or selling of any type of stock, whether that's trading or in a 401k or anywhere, those form clues on the charts, which is price action or candlesticks. So right off the bat, the most important thing that I can't stress enough is that you have to learn price action or candlesticks to determine really how long you hold a stock for, because nothing is foolproof when trading or investing. Even candlesticks, I'd argue that candlesticks or price action is the number one thing to learn above hands down above anything else when trading or investing. But candlesticks and patterns are not foolproof. But they're the best gauge that traders and investors have to go off of when trading or investing, right? So think about Warren Buffett, Carl Icahn, all those big names, right? They're not just randomly going out there and just buying and selling stocks without having a clue of what they're doing, right? You have to have an idea, right? Support levels, no trend lines, no candlesticks. So that's the skill set that you have to learn first, right? Because if you don't learn that skill set, then you'll end up being a statistic like most traders and investors, which they fail, right? They don't make money in trading or investing because they don't know price action, right? So that's the first most important thing that I can't stress enough is learning the patterns. They take time to learn. That's what we teach. In the Bullish Bears, we are a trading community. We're an educational trading service, so we teach this stuff, right? We don't tell you what to buy or sell. We show you, we teach you, the technicals and learning how to apply the skill set yourself, learning how to, set up your charts, teaching you skill sets like day trading, swing trading, all that kind of stuff, right? The different, levels of doing it, futures, options, penny stocks, but all that stuff doesn't matter. Like those are trading styles, but what's most important is knowing how to trade, like knowing the technical analysis or the price action behind it. So everything else is a skill set, right? Or it's a trading style. It's, again, things like that you got to really pay attention to are things like your trading lifestyle, right? So your trading lifestyle, your computer setup, your emotions, your risk tolerance, that kind of fits you or kind of brings you into the arena of what you're going to trade. But before you jump into what you're going to trade, what style that's going to be, whether it's day trading, swing trading, futures, options, whether you're going to be long bias or short bias, all of that stuff comes kind of secondary or after the fact of learning price action. Price action is the key to everything because that's going to help you to determine how long you stay in a trade, right? And again, trading, investing, nothing is foolproof, right? It goes, there's market events, cycles, things that happen, major events in the world that affects the market. And overall, stocks move with the market, right? So if the market's going up overall, typically stocks go up with it. If it's down, typically stocks go down with it. So news, events, economy affects the market both up and down. But again, there's all the clues that end up showing on the charts, and learning those cues help you to develop proper risk management. See, that's the key with everything, is that when you're trading your lifestyle, like where do you work? How do you work? Are you working from home? Right? How many hours a day do you have to trade? What's your computer setup like? Are your kids at home? What's your distractions? Are your family distraction, kids distraction? How much time do you have to be in a trade, right? Do you have hours a day to be able to trade? Do you only have a few minutes? Are you able to trade every day? If so, maybe you're a day trader. Do you only have a few minutes a day? Maybe you're more of a swing trader. Do you only have maybe a few minutes a week? Maybe you're more of a long-term trader, right? So lifestyle, setup, work-life balance, your risk tolerance, your emotions, right? Can you handle being in and out of trades quickly? If you can, maybe day trading's the style for you. If you can't, maybe you want to be more of a swing trader or a long-term trader, right? So it's thinking about those things, looking at your life, and then the trading style will kind of help you to determine that fit for you. So we have courses that'll teach you kind of go over all the different things like trading style, setup, all of that. So you can take our courses that kind of help you to find that niche and fit for you. But again, the most important thing that I really want you to take away from this is learning price action, because it weeds out all the noise, all the talking heads out there on television, all the social media people. That's the thing you got to really think about, is you hear all this noise that's out there, but you never really hear people when they're pumping up stocks or talking about them. They're never really showing you the areas of where to buy, where to sell. That's the key, right? So when you're looking, again, on how long to hold stocks, that's the key. I wish there was a sexier way to do it. I wish there was an easier way to do it. But unfortunately, it takes hard work. It takes time. It takes learning the patterns. It takes treating trading like you would in education. There is no get-rich-quick scheme in the stock market. Don't listen to people that tell you that there is. It's learning this stuff, learning the skill set, taking the time, investing the time to learn it, and then, trading like you would in education or a job or a career. So let me just take this kind of real world example, kind of show you, again, if you're brand new, this is kind of a highlighted overview. There's so much, we teach you this stuff in our courses. We teach technical analysis, candlesticks, the different trading styles, all of that, but kind of just give you a visual of things to kind of look for of when you buy low near support levels, right? You want to buy at support or near support levels and sell near resistance levels. Now, again, time frame goes behind it. So, you might buy at different areas than somebody else. You might sell at areas, compare different areas compared to somebody else, depending on time frame, whether you're a day trader or a swing trader. But that's, just don't go too, don't overwhelm yourself. Just look at this chart kind of overall. And I'm just kind of giving you a visual overall of like trend lines when price kind of moves up. This is Apple right here. You can connect those peaks and valleys, and connect the peaks would be those angular resistance levels. I didn't draw angular support levels, but it's basically where those green arrows are going up, connecting those bases, so those peaks and those valleys, those support and resistance levels. But it kind of gives you an idea of when you're buying low low near those support levels, and then when price hits those resistance levels or angular resistance levels, there's not always going to be angular resistance. It's not always going to be trend lines. Sometimes they'll be short, sometimes they'll be long. It all depends on what the stock is that you're looking at. This is Apple. Apple typically runs with the market, so you'll get more of those well-defined patterns, whereas if you're looking at a penny stock, it might move up really quick. You might only get 1 or 2 days or 3 days and boom, it dumps right back down. Doesn't mean to not trade them. It's just a lot more volatile. You're day trading rather, like where something with Apple, you can do trends or ride trends. So there's so many different patterns to look at, right? That come together. But don't get overwhelmed by them. They just take time to learn. And like I said, we teach you this stuff in our courses. But this is kind of a visual of some things that you would really want to learn. But just get the proper perspective of it's important to learn price action and candlesticks first and foremost above everything else, because trading style, strategy, that stuff behind it doesn't matter unless you know price action, how to read it, how to apply it, and learn the areas on where to buy and sell. And that's what we teach you in the Bullish Bears community.